Good morning, it's MaryEllen from the channel MaryEllen After 60, and I'm here today just to talk. Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. Today is September the 13th. It's a Thursday, and I'm uploading this video for Sunday. I am not sure if I'm going to be able to reply to the comments on Sunday on this video, I guess I should say, because Jim and I have some things going on. But I want you to know if I don't, you know I will read them and give them the heart. I just uploaded my winner's giveaway of the Emily Noel palettes, and it was the wants and the needs, and both people responded within the first 2 hours. Both of the winners did, and I'm going to go to the post office tomorrow, which is Friday the 14th, and mail them, and I absolutely love it when that happens. And I also love reading your comments. I wrote down a list before I asked that question. I thought, what are my favorite songs and what are my favorite songs and what are my favorite movies? And as your comments are rolling in, I'm thinking, oh, that's my favorite. Oh, this is my favorite. There were so many wonderful movies that I have seen and songs that I love and artists that I had forgotten about. And I'm going to share with you what I wrote down as my favorite songs. I did it in two categories. In religious song, I Come to the Garden Alone. In the Garden, I think is the name of it. I love it. It reminds me so much of my grandmother Rose, and we would just sing that together. And even though we were Catholic, my mother was progressive enough that I got to go to the Baptist church with my grandmother after I had gone to Mass. And back in the day, you couldn't do that. It was really, really strict. So I loved going to the Baptist church with her. But in order to do that, I had to get up early and go to early Mass on Sunday so I could go to church with her. But it was a special time. And for some reason, my favorite song when I wrote this down was a song by Johnny Rivers. It's his version of Do You Want to Dance? And I will link that below. And I'm going to link another one below because I had never heard this song. And Jim played it early on when we started dating, and I just thought it was such a pretty song. And I think the name of the song is This Is Me Missing You, and it's by James House. But there are so many songs I love. I mean, I was born in '53, and I got to watch the Beatles come over. We had the British invasion. And I just remember I have a sister that is 6.5 years older than me, and I remember all her songs. And my mother loved operetta, and classical music. My father loved jazz. So music's always been a big part of my life. The last movie I went to see in the theater was Titanic. And although I loved that movie, I wrote down as my favorite movies Shawshank Redemption, because I didn't expect to like it. And my kids wanted me to sit down and watch it with them. This was years ago, and I didn't think I'd like it, and I loved it. I also wrote down Gone with the Wind, and the other one I had 3 was Sound of Music. And I know why. I loved Sound of Music. But my mother was in Evansville, Indiana in a hospital. She had gotten her kidney removed, and her best friend took me and my mom's best friend's daughter to go see Mom, and then took us to see Sound of Music on a great big screen, and it left a huge impression on me. But there are so many fabulous movies, and every time I'd see a name, my comments, I really enjoy them when I ask you a question because it brings back lots of great memories for me. Okay, I told you I'd share with you what I purchased for myself in that last order that put me over the top to diamond status. I have difficult eyelids. I've always had difficult eyelids. I remember all my eyeshadow would end up in the crease. And before they started making primers, and I'll tell you, the very first primer I bought was probably about 20 years ago, and it was by Lancome. There was no eyelid primer. So I just had to deal with touching up my eyeshadows. But Mary Kay eyeshadow, you put it on with a brush, and I'm talking in the early 80s, you put it on with water. I would get the most bland shade of that and put it on my eyelids, and then it didn't go in my creases. Well, I've tried every eyelid primer that I know of. And some people can use foundation. I can't put foundation on my eyelids. I have to have a primer. Well, my favorite one was from Tarte, and they quit making it. I do have a backup, but you know, like I'm kind of almost getting like, oh my gosh, I can't wear eyeshadow if I don't have eyelid primer. So I bought this, and it's Tarte Lid Lock. And most of you probably don't need anything like this, but I can literally, sometimes I have my makeup on by 5 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes if I'm going someplace, it's in a small jar like this. I've used it probably 4 times, and my eyeshadows haven't budged. So this is a product that I bought that put me over to the other side. That's what I feel like. I have never been like a high rewards on anything. So it just kind of, I just think it's pretty funny, but that's what I bought. Okay, I want to talk about the Ulta status, their rewards. I have never been any kind of anything with Sephora. I mean, I'm like an insider, which means I order very, very little from there. I've always, since I've been ordering, and this was long before I started my YouTube channel, whatever their platinum, that used to be the highest reward status, and I always made that, and it used to be less, but now it's like $450 a year. Well, I will tell you, I have spent $1,200 at Ulta, and 90% of it I know was not for me. But I will tell you the difference, and it's not that great of a difference in rewards. They sent me an email. I get 1.5 times points, where platinum gets 1.25 and the regular, you know, it's dollar per dollar. I could get more if I use my Ulta Rewards card, but I don't use that. I use one credit card, and I am at the point I don't charge anything unless I can pay for it in full. So I charge on that, and I get 1% cash back when I buy it and when I pay for it. So 1.5 points. I get a $25 yearly salon thing, and I hope I can give that to somebody because I never use the salon services. In fact, I seldom, if ever, go into a store. The only time I go into a store is when I return it. I order everything online, and because I don't enjoy going to the store, and I get EBATES, and I think you can use EBATES now in certain stores. Now I'm getting all off topic. But the really good thing for me is I now get free shipping on anything $25 or more. So after I give away everything that I have purchased throughout the year of 2019, whatever I want to give away, I can just order it for you from Ulta and have it mailed to you. And I will save all those shipping costs. Because I mean, I like sending your packages to you, but recently I did when Tammy won a giveaway, I was able to mail it directly to her from Ulta. So that was really nice, and she qualified for some free gifts, and I enjoyed that. I just do enjoy sharing. Anyway, that's just what I enjoy. I don't need many things, and I just enjoy it. You know what I was thinking? My favorite eye brush is, of all of them, if I could only have one, it would be the 4-in-1 from IT Cosmetics. I bought so many of those from Ulta. Now, if I want to send somebody a 4-in-1 eyeshadow brush that's $29, I can just have it shipped directly to them. So I'm excited about that, but I won't ever be diamond status again at all. I won't be. Today's a perfect example of your eyeliner is as thick as your biggest mistake. I'm gonna get up close and show you. Yeah, it's pretty thick. But I already had my eyeshadow on, and this is from the Romantics palette. And on my lips I have, and I don't know if this is available anymore, it's Buxom Rose Julep. And again, Rose thinks of I think of my grandmother, so you know, they always say hindsight is 20/20. Well, foresight is wonderful, because when I started doing giveaways, after I'd been doing it for a while, I opened up a Gmail, and anytime anybody wins something, I have them put in the subject line what it is that they won. Well, not too long ago, there was a confusion in some of the skincare items that I had given away that came from the company. and I was able to type in at the very top of my Gmail the one word that I was looking for, and I was able to contact everybody and see if they had received theirs, and it just made it so easy. So that's why I always want you to put whatever I tell you to put in the subject line. Something else I'm going to continue doing is when somebody wins a giveaway, if they come in with a different email address than what I think it should be, I don't know, but if it looks different, I'm going to have you go back and make a comment on the video. That way I know the winner is going to be, it's you. It's not somebody else trying to claim your gift. That hasn't happened to me yet, but I have heard several people that happened to. Anyway, Jim and I have some things to go and do, and we may be busy for a little while. I'm not really sure, but I just kind of wanted to give you a heads up in case you hadn't heard from me. It is all good. You all are the best. I know I have the best subscribers than anybody. I do. You're so supportive, and I appreciate you so much. And I will see you in my next video. You all take care. I have a credit card. I use a credit card, one credit card a month. I mean, in the name of it,